Okay, I'd like to talk to you again today about the Natalie and Ernie Show. This is Thursday, the 9th of December. It's almost the end of the year. Wow. Had an exciting trip. I went from here to Arizona and have started to develop my own magazine, which will be out in about 3 months. But we are in the process of building it and building our situation along with our cover, and I have somebody selected for my first cover. Met some interesting people there that have given me some good information, and I would like to share to you today and continue our conversation on coaching and mentoring. And I like to slash the word coaching and talk about mentoring, because people are thinking of coaching, it's overdone, it's overused. And yeah, there's a lot of people out there that are saying they're coaches, but are they really? Can they adapt to the different masses that are out there? And I would prefer to be called a mentor rather than a coach, because there I can talk about different things and actually get into the hearts and minds of people on an individual basis, rather than just a blank coach that says, do this, add cream to your coffee, add whatever. I'll even have somebody to tell you to add lemon and sugar and cream to your tea. And you know what that does when you add lemon and cream together. So you really want to improve on the person and look for the person who's going to give you the information that you need. So don't be afraid to question your coaches or your mentors. Make sure that these people really know what they're talking about before you throw over your money. And I would it's easy for you to say, I would say that you would want to interview different coaches and mentors. I prefer to be called a mentor. Natalie, what is your thought about that?
Oh, you forgot your tagline today. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I'm here on a beautiful sunny afternoon in the UK. Yes, I said sunny and I said UK. That doesn't happen often, so it's a joy to behold. The sun's just come out. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon here. I think it's early morning where Ernie is. And one of the things that I have started to do is I call myself a coach, because we do sort of, when we have a label, it's easier for marketing or anything, but I actually call myself a coach, a mentor, a guide, and a teacher, because I combine all of those into what I do. Because like Ernie said, as a coach or mentor, as a teacher, we need to take our clients into consideration. Like you said, it's easy for you to say, into consideration. Slow down. It's good. Slow down. Breathe. And some people need to be coached because they need to have those questions asked. They need to be pushed. Some need to be mentored, and others just need to be taught or guided. And when you are able to adapt all of that, you can then adapt to what your client needs. Because we don't always want to have cream, sugar, and lemon in tea. That curdles. And I don't know about you, but have you ever tasted curdled milk or cream? It's awful. So I would not recommend that for anybody. So don't be curdling coach.
Yeah.
Don't make people curdle their tea or their coffee or whatever it is. But let them choose. What do they want? Do they want lemon and sugar? Do they want cream? Do they want milk? What is it that they want to have in their tea or coffee or herb teas? Do they have sweetener? Do they have sugar? And as a coach or a mentor, your job is to allow them to keep being who they are, but just giving them a direction, giving them a way that they can move forward, be it asking a lot of questions that they need to answer, or be it as a push or as a guide, or do they need to learn something that you can teach them? Can you be a teacher? Because sometimes we just need a teacher to say, you know what, like this, A, B, and C, and this is why it works out at D. And that's okay to be taught something. Or are you going to be that person, that mentor who takes that person to the cliff edge and just shoves them over? That's quite an art as a mentor, to know when to push somebody over the cliff and when to hold them back from that cliff. And that's a balancing point as a mentor. And that is something that comes with time, with practice, but also understanding your client. There's times when I want to be pushed off that cliff, and I have a friend or a mentor who does that for me. She pushes me, and I swear to God, she's laughing while she does it. But I have other times when I just need to be held or taught and said, you know what, now's not the time to jump. Now's the time to just stop and think. Or here's a parachute for you, do it gently. And this is what mentoring is about. It's all of this. What do you need as a client? And who's going to be the right mentor for you? Are they going to hold you and guide you and teach you? Or are they just going to shove you off that cliff?
I would like to expand on that and say that I would agree with that exactly, because, when you hold somebody back who is not ready to jump and you push them over the edge, you may be hurting that person instead of helping them. And you really need to find their pain point at that level so that they know what it is that needs to be fixed before they jump into another level. Instead of somebody just coming out and saying, well, you need to do this or you need to do that. But I had a speaker at a seminar that I was just at say, well, just show up, just show up. Well, I have a mentor in my business that tells me, just show up. Well, I quit showing up because that person never comes out with anything above just showing up. All right, here I am. If they regurgitate the same old situation over and over again, you're not getting the help. So the same thing goes with a person that really is into learning and you don't know the answer, you're not helping them to get to where they are. And this is an individual basis where I might be coaching Natalie in a sense where she is at a different level than Bob or Joe or, whoever. So each one is mirrored to their own expectations, to their own results and where they are today. I remember years ago when I was in a business and the person that was exploiting this business, I had heard about this person from the guy I was in business with, and he says, oh yeah, this guy locked himself in a room in his computer and 6 months later he blew it up. And I kept asking, what's this person doing? And I never got an answer. So make sure you get the answers. Make sure you get what you want. Struggling entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs who think they're not struggling, hire me to take them to the next level, whatever that is. Who will that be for you? For me, it is, I look for people that have the pain points where I can help them because I've been there and I know exactly what's going on. And if you take a struggling coach or mentor, that person is really not helping. So if you take a struggling entrepreneur and you investigate first why they're struggling and where they're struggling and say yes or no, I can help them. Just don't take their money because, oh yeah, here's a person that's hungry for more power or more information or what have you. Make sure you can help that person. And the rest is up to that person whether or not they succeed or not, because they will take the advice and go with it. So it depends on what a person wants and what a person does and where they're at in their business. I have entrepreneurs who have contacted me and said, well, I'm doing great. Why are you doing great? Well, because I don't feel I'm struggling. Are you where you want to be? And they may say, well, I'd like to be further. And I'll say, why aren't you? And they'll say, well, they'll give one excuse or another. It sounds to me like you're struggling to get to the next level because you want to get to the next level, you would. And other people in entrepreneur and businesses will say, well, I'm exactly where I want to be and I don't want to go any further. Well, guess what? If you're not growing, you're dying. If you're not expanding, you're retracting. So what do you want to do? What do you want in your business? Where do you want to go? Look at Elon Musk. I mean, $180 million after selling PayPal was in his pocket. He took it all and risked it on SpaceX. Man, most people, 98% of the people would take that money and run to the Caribbean or the Fiji Islands or whatever, and sit there with an umbrella drink and all day long and get served. Not Elon Musk. He says, I want the next thing. So he went after it. So what's your next thing? What do you want? Natalie, what do you feel about that? Come on.
Yeah, I agree about having the next thing, but the next thing is not always a financial thing. So the next thing might not be the next level of income. It might be pushing yourself to expand your knowledge. It might be doing a TED talk that you've sort of been thinking about doing. It might be getting out of your comfort zone, doing something that scares you. And this is really important, is we get comfortable. So as Ernie said, if you don't seem to be struggling, you say, I'm not struggling, is you comfortable where you are. And by creating uncomfort in your life, it is about doing something expanding. So maybe you're comfortable or content with the money that you're earning, but are you content in every aspect? Is it that you actually want to go on more holidays or spend more time working abroad or something? What is it that can stretch you, that can help you grow, that can push you to that next level? Because like Ernie says, if you're not moving, you're dying. And if you just stay where you are, you don't expand your knowledge, you don't expand anything, any experiences that you're having, and you're just doing the same day in, day out. Isn't that what we do in a job? The same thing day in, day out. So where are you growing? So by pushing yourself, it doesn't always have to be financially. It doesn't have to be get more clients to earn more money or increase your prices. So really start to see, where can you push yourself? How can you push your boundaries? How can you step out of that comfort zone that you've created? Maybe there's a course that you want to create. It's a little bit scary, but you want to add a new program to what it is that you're doing. Maybe there's a course you actually want to go on and learn something. Maybe it's a new skill that you want to do, or a new hobby that you want to create. Or maybe it's just going to a seminar where you can meet some inspiring people. And doing little things like that actually can help you step up to another level. You can step up to another level emotionally, personally, financially, in business, in your family. However it is. So really start to think, if you feel comfortable where you are and you think, oh, I don't want anything to change, question that. Really sit back and think, is that really the truth? Do you really not want anything to change? Or is there something that you would like to do, achieve, learn? And maybe it is to grow your business, but you're just too afraid to step up and go to that next level in your business. The comfort zone is like a comfortable pair of slippers. They're really great. They're comfortable. They keep your toes nice and warm, especially when it's winter and it's snowing outside. But would you go outdoors in your slippers? Would you go into the snow in your slippers? Just think about that. That's what your comfort zone is, like a really comfortable pair of slippers. Do you always want to be in them? Or would you like to try those nice red stiletto heels, or those nice boots that are out there, or those new range cowboy boots that are out there, or the beautiful trainers, whatever? That's stepping out your comfort zone and putting on a different pair of shoes. Don't know where that analogy's come from, but go with it.
Yes. You said something that is really great and needs to be expanded on, was sometimes it's not about the money, but it's about your own personal growth. And when you grow as a person and your business grows as a business, the money will come later. 99 out of 100 times, it will come later. Unless you make the wrong decision, then of course, regress. But at least you know it right away and you can adjust that decision. So, next week we'll talk about the different things of bringing in different people to help you build your business. And I'll give you an example of that now, and I'll talk about that at the opening of next week's business tips. That when I was a home builder, I knew every part of it, but I hired the person to dig the hole. Why? Because that person had the equipment and years of experience. Now I could dig the hole, I could bring out the equipment, I could do it myself. The same thing with the cement work, the foundation. And I would put up the home, I would do the drywall, I'd do the insulation, I'd do the roof, I'd do the siding, but then I would hire the people that do the mechanicals. And what I mean by that is the plumbing, the heating, what have you. So those people are the people that I would hire to do the work for me, because they can do it better. And they can do it faster, and they can do it at better quality than I could. So when you talk about your own business and you say, well, I know how to build a website. Well, I know how to build one too, but guess what? It looks like I know how to build a website. So I'm in the middle of hiring a person to build the website for me. I'm in the middle of having another person come in to be a copyright or an editor of everything that I put out there in content. I also have about 5 different people that will help me build the magazine that I have, including the editing and of course the pictures and what have you. And I can go from there. So don't be afraid to share what money is coming in with other people who are better experts, because in the long run, you'll be able to do more with less time. So Natalie, anything to say about that or before we go?
Well, yeah, it just because you know how to do something doesn't necessarily mean that you're good at it. Like you, I know how to build a website, but it looks like a coach has built a website, not like a web designer has built my website. And the thing is, yes, we know a lot of things, but really focus on what you're good at and allow other people to come around, because what they do is they help, they support you. And plus, we are human. At the end of the day, we are human. We cannot do everything. So imagine building a house as one person, digging the holes, getting the cement, ordering the stuff, putting in the electrics, drywalling, roofing, and nailing and hammering and doing it all. You're going to be exhausted, and it's going to take you, I don't know, triple the time that it would take you if you get a team of people around you. It doesn't mean that you don't know how to do it. It makes it more efficient. It makes it easier on you, and you have a right team around you, which means it's most probably going to be a slightly stronger house and not take years and years and years to build. And it's the same with your business. But should you be doing everything in your business? Do you have the time to do it? You are human. You want to spend time, well, you need to be sleeping. You must really want to spend time with your family. You must really want some downtime to go for a walk in nature, read that book, whatever it is, cook those meals, spend time with your kids. And then you also want to, on weekends, maybe go for long hikes or go sailing on the river or whatever it is that you like to do. But if you're doing everything in your business, that's all you become, is your business, because you don't have time for anything else. And you will suffer, your business will suffer, your family will suffer. So it's not really worth trying to do everything. Take what you're skilled at and what you're good at, let others do the rest, because that's what they're good at.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they're skilled at.
And, you know, if you're getting into business to have more time, more freedom, and more money, and you overbook yourself with little bitty tasks that you barely know how to do, you're going to drive yourself crazy and become frustrated and burnt out in a hurry. So don't be afraid to take charge and let people do for you what they do better. So until next week, we want to say goodbye and, you know, happy business and what have you. So let's keep your people happy. Let's keep you happy. And, you know, don't take what we have as gospel. Do your own research. We're only telling you from where we are. So, and where we've come from. So our expertise on how we arrived can help you, maybe.
And I'm going to leave you with one thought. Asking for help is not a weakness. It's actually a strength. And asking for help is one of the best things that you can do for your business. Whether it's asking for help because you need help with your mental health, or you need help in your business, or you need guidance. And this again is where, by reaching out to mentors, coaches, teachers, guides, is a way to ask for help. So don't look at it as a weakness. Asking for help is actually a strength. So
Yes.
use that strength and empower yourself to get to that next level, whatever that level is for you.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. Before we go, I want to ask you one last question. Who's been feeding your mind? What's in your mind? So think about that. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.